to the top of that mountain up there. That's Mount Robson. So if a bear comes along, you're pretty much on your own. Look at this fella coming up on his bike. Wow, what a dude. Are you hanging in there, Sharon? It's got the poles and everything. So behind me is one of the many waterfalls you'll come across as you walk up the trail. So in the background you'll see Kinney Lake. What do you think, Sharon? Tell them all about your little adventure. Well, good morning. We are here at Mount Robson and we're going to do the Lake Kinney Trail, which apparently is a couple of hours. So when you come here, go past the visitor centre, drive right up, and the parking lot is at the end of the road. So come and join us on this exciting hike up to Lake Kinney. See, I'm remembering stuff. I'm getting better, eh? So yeah, let's go. Let's take a look at what this place is all about. Okay, so we're leaving the parking lot 10 after 10, but let's have a look where we're going. So that's where we're heading, to the top of that mountain up there. That's Mount Robson. That's the largest mountain, the tallest mountain in Canada. Tallest mountain in the Rockies on the Canadian side. And it's a really cool peak. It's ever so sharp. It looks like something out of K2 or something like that, you know, in the Himalayas. That's what a mountain should look like. All right, let's head on. So we're at the start of the trailhead now, and that's a nice sign, eh? So this is a really nice trail. It wanders along the side of the river with the water flowing down in kind of the continuous waterfall. Morning. So, oh, we got a little bit of fence going on here. That's a lot of moss down there. Sharon just pointed it out. Look at all that moss. I have to say this trail it's pretty easy, nice to walk on. I did bring hiking boots, thinking we would need them, but at present don't need them. And there's the river again, raging down. And walking this trail is pretty good too, because like it's pretty warm and sunny, and most of the trail is in the shade. And there we have the rapids. With Mount Robson in the background. Yes, we're definitely climbing now. Look at this fella coming up on his bike. Wow, What a dude. Oh, we got a little sign here. What does the little sign say? Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Okay, that's the avalanche track. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So basically we could get an avalanche any moment. Fair play to the guy cycling up here. That's pretty tight, man. So looks like we level off in a moment. Are you hanging in there, Sharon? I am. It's got the poles and everything. She told me I should bring mine, but I had too much to carry. How can you give an ADHD person poles? I'll end up playing with them, losing them, and not using them for what they're for. Oh well. Okay, so now it looks like we're going downhill. That's never a good sign, because when you go up, go down, and you're going up a mountain, you know you got to go back up again. Like, they don't leave a sign for that, do they? Like, be prepared. Your life is in danger if you continue hiking down here, because the trail is sheer and vertical. That would be a wonderful sign. But no, they lure you into a false sense of security by going downhill. I don't know. Maybe if they put those signs up.
You're exaggerating.
You think I'm exaggerating?
Yeah.
If they put those signs up, I don't think anybody would have walked the trail. They'd look at them and go, uh-oh, not going there. Maybe I should put a few up and keep the people out. All right, we're getting to another bridge now.
Put bear on trail, that'll do.
Yeah. Here's a nice little crossover bridge here.
If I was there and come down there, I would want to keep the momentum to go back up this bit.
Yeah, you would think so.
Humans in the way.
So the trail's gone shaded again and kind of leveled off-ish in a way. I still think it's coming though. I still think that vertical scramble is coming, and the river flowing away down there. So this is one of the thousands of hikes that you can do in the Canadian Rockies. Even though there's quite a lot of hikers around, I still went back and got the bear spray, because at the moment there's no one on this trail. I know there's people in front and people behind, but you can't see anyone. So if a bear comes along, you're pretty much on your own. So make sure you bring along some bear spray. So if you're feeling really adventurous, Lake Kinney has a campground, and you can bike up here with all your kit, and then you can camp at the lake.
You have to hike the last 2.5 kilometres.
Oh wow. And we've just been informed by someone who knows all of this information, i.e. Sharon. You have to get an overnight parking pass. Camping pass even. Well, they give you a parking pass too, so you can camp overnight. And then they know who's in the backcountry. And you'll give a date of when you're coming out. And if you don't come out, then they'll probably go looking for you. Hi. And so yeah, the last 2.5 kilometers you have to hike apparently, so we'll see when we get there. So that means arduous climbing again. My, what has she got us into? Like, if you can't take a mountain bike up there, and these guys are like, they are flowing down here. So yes, I will thank you later, Sharon. So behind me is one of the many waterfalls you'll come across as you walk up the trail. Be really careful, it's slippy, and watch where you put your feet because the sheer drop off. So we're pretty much halfway up this trail now. We got a nice little walkway. Yeah, mine did too. Well, you don't expect to find one of these every day in the middle of a walkway up to the lake by the side of the mountain. There's a lot of work gone into this bridge. There's a lot of wood in this bridge too. But notice how it's widened, they made it wide enough and heavy enough to get vehicles up here. So there was our little excursion over the bridge then. And we have more waterfalls now. Wow. That's just raging down there. Raging. And the water keeps coming. You can't imagine all this water coming out of one lake. And like, there's a bit of snow on Mount Robson. And it's all glacial water, so where the heck is it coming from? It's got to run out sometime. If you listen closely, you'll hear a helicopter. And must be out looking for something. So yeah, so here we have the base of Mount Robson with a gorgeous blue lake. And the helicopter's up there. So behind me you'll see Mount Robson. We're kind of 4 kilometers up the trail now. And the other 2.5 kilometers is a little bit of a hike, so they say. I have to say this is a really nice part of the trail here. We're wandering down. So as you come over the bridge there, you'll take a left in the fork and follow that up to Kinney Lake. Let's head on out. Picnic spot.
You what?
Picnic spot. So when you head down this trail, it looks like it's going to open out into a section where the river expands into the valley. So this should be pretty neat. Wow, isn't that cool, eh? Look at all these tree roots being washed away. Wow. Is this Kinney Lake?
Yeah.
Places. Hello. So, hello, welcome back folks. We at the southern half, or the lower portion of Kinney Lake right now. We're going to have a wander around and take a look at the lake with the mountain in the background. So come join us. So in the background you'll see Kinney Lake, and with its amazing reflections of Mount Robson in the lake. It's a really peaceful place. Not many people either here at all. So a lot of people go to Banff for this experience, but if you're just prepared to walk 6 kilometers, you get the whole lake to yourself and the mountain. Well, pretty much, but you don't get the crowds. So yeah, Kinney Lake. So if you take a look at the top of Mount Robson, you can actually see the glacier on the right hand side where the snow ends. There's just a wall of ice, and you can see the rest of it just melting away in the sun as it comes down the valley there. And if we track around, you'll notice you'll be able to see the glacier on the mountain next to it, and I don't know the name of it, but you can see the wall of snow and the glacier sitting on the top. Now they say those glaciers are really, really heavy with all that ice, and they've been melting and losing all their water quite a bit, but they haven't experienced the same thing as what they've experienced in Europe, with the weight of the glacier cracking the side of the mountain off yet. But that mountain we're looking at over there, you can actually see the glacier where it runs off and comes down the mountain, which is pretty cool. Well, we're climbing up yet again. Even though we made it to Kinney Lake, we're still going higher. We're just hoping there's a viewing platform up here. And now we've reached the top, I hope. So now we're a little ways up above the lake, still on the same trail. And yes, here is a viewpoint. That little magic sign with the parent and child and the binoculars, and off we go down this way. Oh yeah, cool. So here we have a viewing area which elevates you above the lake a little, and then you'll be able to appreciate the blueness of it. I'd like to fly the drone, but we're in a provincial park, so oh well, that sucks. All right, so there's the viewpoint. Kinney Lake and Mount Robson. As you get to the end of the one side of the lake, you'll notice Kinney Lake Campground, 2 kilometers. And here we have an elevated viewpoint. Can't see a lot. Who put those trees? One thing I've noticed up here is the trees have a moss hanging on them. A little bit like Spanish moss. That's kind of cool. And there's more of them here. More of this Spanish moss, kind of. I'm sure it's not Spanish moss. Canadian moss. But yeah, that's weird. Okay, so we're going to continue a little more down the trail until we get to the campground. So here we have another marker. Don't know what that's supposed to be.
He's chased you out. Yep.
I don't know where he went. Oh. Hello, squirrel. How you doing, squirrel? There he goes. And there he is, little red squirrel. Hey squirrel, how you doing? Hello.
They are not happy with people walking up this trail.
No, so that's a couple of squirrels we just found. They were having a bit of a fight. Wow, that's been a bit of a, landslide. I bet the runoff in spring is insane. Bring all this gravel down with it. Oh. Okay, so it looks as though we're heading for the beach area.
I'm a lame donkey.
It's hard to believe how blue that water is. There's a brave wee soul taking a dip in an ice cold lake.
Are we taking our shoes off and having a dip?
Sharon wants to take her shoes off and have a dip, she said. I don't know about that.
I feel like it might be a good idea.
I thought this was a sign here. No sign. Apparently it's blue. Oh, it's not. It's a bedroll. So once you follow the trail round, you get to the far corner of the lake. And there's another bridge that takes us over to the other side. All right, we got another sign here with directions on where to go. Hi. So now we're at the far end of Kinney Lake. We're going to head towards the beach. And what's the sign say? Wading through shallow streams and pools. So once you get to Kinney Lake, if you want to continue to Berg Lake, it's another 14.5 kilometers. All right. It's very rocky here. And here we have a ladder. Wow, it's one of those portable walkways. That's cool. Wow, that drops off a fair bit. So here we are standing at the base of Mount Robson on the shores of Kinney Lake. It's about a 5-kilometre hike to this side, but what a spectacular view, eh? What do you think, Sharon? Tell them all about your little adventure. Here she goes.
It was a good find.
A good find.
I'm glad we did the hike.
Up and down dale.
Yeah, but
Uphill and down dale, there we go.
Bad as that Bear Hump trail the other day.
No.
Even though it's longer.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah,
that'll shut her up.
we're not doing that.
Well, hello, you fine folks in People Land. That was Lake Kinney, 10 kilometers round trip. They do say it's 6.5, but
Each way.
yeah, each way, 6.5 each way they say, but we've just done to the lake in 10, but we didn't go off down to the campground. So it's probably 6.5 to the campground, but hey, there's lots of picnic benches by the side of the lake anyway. But so now we've done our Lake Kinney expedition. Now we're going to pack up and head off towards Hinton, and we're going to go through Jasper. So we may see you again in Jasper, all depends how busy it is, and then if not, we'll see you again in Hinton. There we have an elk in the river, cooling off. That's cool.
I'd like you to turn and look